Hey, Curious here. You know, I just don't understand it. I don't understand why some netdensians, that is, do the things they do. Well, maybe I shouldn't call them densians. Let's just say I don't understand why some net citizens, or just people on the net, bite and go through these Machiavellian plots and frigging just tear each other apart for online and YouTube. Everything's a medium for social networking intrigue. And it, maybe I'm missing something, but it seems pointless because it's a um it's it it's a how do I say it? It's it's a voluntary it's a voluntary interaction. I mean, well, okay, saying you don't need the net, it's like saying, oh, you don't need TV or you don't need this convenience or that convenience. It's a medium. Well, we all like to interact in this medium to some degree, and we have some stake in it. So I guess I'm making a subjective value call, but it has to be understood. Well, it doesn't have to be understood, but hmm, how can I say it? It goes to wonder when that value call starts gaining merit. And my question is, what is any of it good for? I don't want to name names, and I surely won't because I don't want to be involved. But I don't mind getting answers from these people. And I'm sure if they hear this, they'll probably know. All of a sudden, the right name will chime in. Sometimes that's amazing, and that happens. But when you say the right things, and people just click and go, oh. Sometimes from networking from 3 or 4 people away, which is really amazing. What I'm talking about is this net intrigue drama, frigging vicious, frigging infighting. It doesn't make sense. At least from my point of view. And I wonder what it's good for because people sabotage each other on their channels. They sabotage each other in real life. They sabotage each other online with personal information from the real life. And they tell this to other people. And it goes into frigging all kinds of things like online sexual images and whatnot and secrets and how did those secrets get out in the first place? I admit it's easy to talk to somebody on a personal conversation and just be talking. I found myself a couple nights ago just in a friendly conversation, but I got online. I just casually and I started not recanting, but well, kind of recanting, but kind of recalling as I was speaking the tidbits of information I was just letting out. I might be a poor net spy, but well, I'm not a spy, but I just I could think in proactive terms of the shitstorms that could happen and the things that could be used against me because I'm saying them. Even if nothing's happening with me and everything else, I'm just like, oh, well, there's bad. And then I realize other points, I don't even have a clue. The savage games these people are playing. And I don't understand it because it's like people have to self-censor. People friggin' go into friggin' lockdown. They dive their sub. They put their channels on private real quick. And then there's just a few videos up and fake sock accounts and fake friggin' avatars. And it's just, what the hell are you doing with your life? I mean, that's also a subjective value call because I'm just sitting here doing nothing, talking to basically myself and a few people listen. So but someone could turn around and say that to me, but I mean, what makes it worthwhile? What it doesn't seem like it is worthwhile, but what values all that pain, drama, and effort for seemingly what seems like a futile practice in mutual self um oh, I forgot the word. Masochism. Yes, masochism. Sadomasochism. It's just social sadomasochism. Maybe I'm just friggin' maybe if I could do it, I would. Maybe I would be tempted, and if I was more of a shark than some manatee swimming along, in the great net ocean, you know, I'd friggin' be taking bites out of people too. But it's just, I'm not saying kumbaya. Can't we all play nice? I could get ahead of steam, and I could friggin' come up with real points about shit, but generally, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, that's kind of that's pointless. That's pointless trauma for nothing good. It's like a jungle war somewhere, and people have forgotten why they're even fighting anymore, except that they're fighting. They're one person and the other. Why don't they freaking go move to a slight 10 miles away or 5 miles away and just start again? But no, they move right next to each other and kill each other and friggin' wage a friggin' war in the middle of the jungle. And it's like, well, you're in the middle of the jungle, I guess because you can't get away and someone might ambush you if you try to go live a nice life. I mean, it's like that, it's like, what, are you people in a war because you can't break away from the other people? A protracted conflict, I think it's called. I don't understand your war. I understand frigging war in real life, blow them to hell. Well, okay, maybe I don't understand that so much, but well, I think I do, but that's another protracted discussion. But I mean, on the net, why are people frigging paying for all this equipment, taking all this time and effort for a hobby or a lifestyle, I guess, and something that just, well, to my subjective value call, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'd like an answer. And yeah, I'm thinking of a certain group of people, certain ladies, maybe one lady, and a lot of other people that I only know peripherally. It's real strange. At least strange to me. Why? I don't know.